just incredible. Two. DJ Sourmilk.
One. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Let's get to it, man.
I saw you wearing a Clipper hat the other day, bro.
Wow. Say it ain't so.
Bro, you are tripping. You are tripping.
Milk, these are rumors, right?
Bro,
We gotta get the rumors started.
I ain't never touched the Clipper hat in my life.
Oh man.
Yo, I was like, damn, have we ever, I know we interviewed you at our Liftoff concert last year, but have we ever sat down and had an interview?
No.
I don't think we have.
I don't think we have.
So this is the first, man. Shit. New single is out, which by the way is great, man. And it's a new sound for you, at least for me. You know what I'm saying? My ear. It's a much bigger sound. So what was the thought process going into the studio and recording this one, man?
Man, you know what? I wanted to do something like, I always wanted to do something like super, super different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Be playing around and joking, making music and whatever.
You said you've been sitting on this one for a minute?
Yeah, I've been sitting on this one for like 2 years, like 2.5 years. Sitting on this one. Yeah, and because I was just like, this is like maybe like, I recorded this like maybe like a month after I got off tour with Chris. And so
Crazy.
We got off tour, had that I was in the studio at Berg, and we just had the idea of like flipping the outstanding, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So okay, cool. So boom, get Chris on it. Maybe like I was like, we was really just trying to figure out if we could get Charlie on it. You know what I mean? Like Charlie on it. And it was like, okay. So maybe like a month later we got Charlie on it. And it sounded incredible. And I was like, I just didn't know when to drop it. You know what I mean? I didn't want to drop it in the middle of all what I was doing. You know what I mean? All the records I was doing. I didn't want to just like be all over the place. So I was just waiting. And then while this COVID stuff been going on, I'm like, it's time to drop the rocket. Just let it go. Let it go.
Yeah. And what's that conversation like to get Charlie Wilson on a record? Like how does that even start? That whole process and how doable are you thinking that is before it happens?
See, I wasn't even in the studio when he cut it.
Mm-hmm.
We was just hanging the other day. Me and Charlie was just hanging the other day. Super cool, right?
That's crazy.
I was like, how are we gonna do this? So everybody reached out. I forgot where I was. I think I was on the road. We were supposed to have a studio session, but I couldn't make the studio session. And I'm like, damn, this would be the time that I couldn't make the studio session, you know? And he was vibing, he was rapping my verse and everything like that. So, I mean, from what I know, they was like, yo, he's like, yo, this lit, he love it, whatever. So I had to I really like my real meeting with Charlie and like hanging with Charlie was literally like 3 days ago. We was just chilling, talking about everything.
Wait, and
like 3-4 hours.
And the first time you hang with him, you tell him that your version's better than his.
Hold on. Wait, what happened?
Yo, Milk. Yo, so they're chilling, right? They're chilling, and OT looks at Charlie and says, "Hey, bro, I just got a feeling like, to me, I feel like my version better than y'all's."
He said, "What? Are you crazy?"
He said he must have looked at OT like.
He said,
what?
Yo, does he?
He said, you must be smoking some shit.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, Uncle Charlie? I was like, you know what? Like, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think my version is probably better than yours. He's like, what? He's like, what? Are you crazy?
You must be smoking something.
You must be smoking something. He said, You saying your version is better than Outstanding? Boy, get out of here.
Oh, you were saying, I thought you meant your version, like, I thought you cut a demo of your record before Charlie, and you were saying that your version was better. Oh, you meant better than Outstanding. Oh, God
man.
damn.
Legend.
I love the confidence, though. You gotta have it.
We was having fun, man.
Nah, he looks
Yeah,
like a cool dude, man. Like I'm sure there was a lot of.
He's super cool, man.
Yeah, that's dope, man. To
I-
have
Yo.
him at the end of the record, man, that's special.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
special.
Yeah. Yo, so as I said earlier, I think this is our first official, even though we're not all in the same studio together, but this is our first, I think this is our first official interview. And we've known OT since probably like 2008, maybe 2009. I don't even remember.
I'm like that.
Yeah,
Somewhere
we've even
around
done a
there.
record together.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that record, we have a record out called Sucio. OT, how annoying was I? And
Maybe
you know
that's
what I'm
why.
saying? Yeah, like when we were trying to get that verse, be honest, bro. Don't hold back. Just tell the people how annoying we were trying to, you know what I'm saying, get that verse from you.
Bro, I don't know. Every time, bro, I'll be somewhere. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get at you. You're like, you like, all right, that's your boy. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna hit Milk on this, when it's time, whatever. It's like, why do he keep hitting my phone? I said I'm coming. I said I'm gonna do it. I said I'm gonna do it. He's like, yo, what's up? I don't know if you forgot about me, but he's like, yo, Milk, I'm gonna do it. I told you, I got you. Yo, I'm sorry. That boy said, you know what? I got it. You know what? I said, okay, I'm gonna do it when I get to the studio. He said, you know what? We got a studio for you.
Yeah.
We got a studio for you. I said, he hit me so much. I said, you know what? I said, man, I just gotta go pull up. Cause when you running around, you're doing things like you got shows, you got this, you got that, you got that, whatever. You're basically saying like, okay, as soon as I'm done, I got you. But as you moving and moving and moving, you're like, damn, I'm gonna get to it when I get to it, but you really ain't getting to it. Man, he was blowing my phone up.
Yo, and I think you pulled up on us after a Laker game or so. I think you had
Yeah.
Laker game.
Pull up after. Yep.
He pulled up in I don't even know, was that a Phantom? I don't even know what fucking kind of car that shit was.
Yeah, it was a Rolls Royce.
It was something expensive though, and we still we'll never get tired of thanking you for that, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, but to backtrack even a little more, man, I was saying this is our first sit down. We go back so many years, man, and one thing we always tell people about you, anytime you come up, bro, we always commend you on your approach, because we feel like that's a big part, man, of getting to know an artist is their approach. And not a lot of people have that, especially artists that come from the street. They might be a little too aggressive. They go about it the wrong way. And, with you, me and Justin used to throw a party back in the day called Bubblegum. And, you used to pull up like just on some cool shit. You never, you would tell us like, oh, yo, it's my single, but you were always respectful. You were never, too pushy with it. And that's something we always tell people, man. Where did you learn that approach? Because like I said, not a lot of people, have that. People just don't know how to approach, DJs and radio programmers and stuff like that. It's always wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I was always like that. Like I'm built on like respect, you know what I mean, and good energy and good vibes. Like I always grew up like that. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. It's like I guess that's what my mama taught me, right? You know what I mean? As far as but I've never been a person to like be overly aggressive with people, be the type of person to use people, been like I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not like that. You know what I mean? And it's like even sometimes I may have even like not talk myself out of opportunities, but not create opportunities for myself because I'm not the type of person to be like, you know what I mean? I'm not like,
You're more laid back.
yeah, I'm more laid back. And I'm like, so if I'm in a room and it's, let's say like, it's plenty of times like back in the day when I used to see Snoop, but I would never be. I remember when I got on, he was like, damn, I wish I signed him. You know, I wish I signed him, but I would never like if he's sitting right next to me, I just be like, oh yo, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, yo, what's up? Yo, blase, blase. But I'm never the type to be like, yo, you know. And then I know people that's like that. That's like overly aggressive. Like, yo,
In your face.
yo, man, I told you to play my song. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? Yo, I told yo,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over there, DJ,
Yeah.
like, hey, so you ain't go, man. You know what I mean? And then we come from LA, so some people use, you know, the streets, you know, the street mentality, whatever they got going against you. You know what I mean? And try to beat you up, and now you like looking like, you know. But I've never been that type, man. I just always been just like cool, man, and just respect people. You know what I mean? That energy comes back like 1,000.
Man.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. No, and even like I remember, I think at the time, the single you were pushing on us was Jackie Chan, if I remember correctly, and that was like a first for, you know, that sound was super new,
Right.
For LA at the time. You know what I'm saying? It was big with the house parties, you know, college parties, that type of stuff, but it hadn't crossed over to radio yet. So I remember even for us, like I want to say we might have played it a couple times, like on our night show maybe, but it wasn't something that we went, you know, heavy with, obviously. And even then, you know, your approach after that was always it I don't know, it was always cool, man. So I always respected you, you know, for that. And I feel like the first one that really went crazy was probably CoCo, right?
Yeah, that one. I was out of here.
Yo, yeah.
That went out of here.
But see, that was perfect because by then you had great relationships. We knew, you know, everyone was comfortable with each other.
Yeah,
and when you would pull up to our clubs and you know, some of our other friends in the DJ community clubs, you know, you had that trust. You had built that relationship. So when you gave us that jump drive and then you would perform that song and it turned into the biggest moment of the night for us.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that was such a beautiful, you know, birth to a relationship and friendship because, you know, we were really at that time able to work together to make amazing moments. We all got tons of CoCo footage on our phone where it's like, this is the biggest moment in the world for us. And it went from there to cut it to push it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you've really done an amazing job, bro.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
And seeing where that record went. Now, I remember first seeing that video for CoCo, and like I remember the reaction being kind of like, I'm not sure how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like is this really good? Is it like I you know, I feel like a lot of people were kind of confused. And then after a couple listens, you're like, okay, this is a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? When you're recording a record like that, where the hook is just basically super repetitive, you know what I'm saying? It's catchy. Do you know, I guess, going into those type of records that is going to be a no-brainer, or are you still just approaching it like you do a Touchdown or a Jackie Chan or whatever?
I pretty much know that it's going to be a no-brainer.
Man.
Yeah.
I pretty much know. And it's crazy because as much as like I party and drink liquor in club, like I'm like I can actually call a record like real easy. You know,
Great at that.
So I try to. So when I have that same feeling and I'm in the studio and I hear something, I'm looking like, oh, and I picture myself in that moment, and I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
And it's crazy to like listen to your own record, but still still think of yourself as the consumer. It's kind of hard to do, but that's what I do. And so if I play it and I'll be thinking to myself like, you know, that time, like if you ever in the club and you hear something, you're like, what's that?
Whew.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm thinking to myself like, okay, all right. You know what I mean? I got it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, I pretty
I,
much know if it's different, and I'm like, yeah, all right, that's out of here.
I'm
But
glad.
I definitely didn't know it was gonna be as big as it was, though. Definitely not.
What's that?
Yeah,
CoCo?
man.
Yeah, CoCo. I didn't think that. I just thought, I was like, man, this is hard. That's all I thought.
Hard.
Yeah, you knew it was gonna be a big record for you, but you didn't know it was gonna go as
No.
far as it went.
Oh no. Changed my life, bro, forever. Changed my
Yeah.
life forever. Like my life will never be the same because of that song right there.
That's
Had
crazy.
everybody doing dances and singing to it, and Super Bowl players coming out. You know, it was ringing.
Bro, I filled up so many passports, bro. It is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know, obviously that record followed by you know, Push It and Cut It, and a lot of people assumed you were from the South, but you're actually from here, from Long Beach, from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Um,
you know what? Let me tell you what my trick was, right? This was it was a method to this, right? So when I came out with Jackie Chan, like I was moving around the South, and like that's where I used to like get money at and whatever. But when I did like Jackie Chan or whatever, I remember I was in LA and I remember going to the Bay, and they told this one guy like, yeah, like yo, he sounds dope. I think but that's not gonna work here on the West Coast. You know what I mean? So that's not gonna work here on the West Coast. You know what I mean? You know, if he's from here and blah blah blah, he's from the South. I was like, okay. So I heard that. Then I heard like 3 or 4 people say that. So what I did was I never said nothing. When they asked me, "You from the South? Are you from there?" You ask, I don't say nothing. Or they're like, "Oh yeah, oh you saying like, oh yeah," because they were saying you from Atlanta and that. I'm like, oh, okay. I never say nothing, and I waited until it was too late. So now it's kind of like I put people in a position where you have to accept me now because it's too late. And I'm from here, and I do sound, I sound different, but it's too late. Now you can't judge me from the city that I'm from.
Smart.
yeah.
I'm already lit.
Yeah. It's too late. He's already popping.
Yeah.
I'm in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we're going through the catalog. I'm glad Milk brought up some of those earlier records because I remember watching. I don't remember if it was Beyonce's Coachella performance or the Showtime special, or that's a combination of both.
Yeah.
But you know, when she broke down into the set of Everybody Mad, that was like home team. We won. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that hit you the same way, or how does that experience feel for you as the artist?
Man, let me tell you something. That felt crazy. Cause mind you, I did a show in North Carolina, and I'm on my way to the after party to go do the after party. And as I'm on my way to the after party, that's when my phone was going crazy. And you know, we on different times in LA, we in North Carolina. So I'm like, okay, cool. But I'm like, my phone was going so crazy, and I'm actually like ending calls because I don't know what's going on because I'm on the aux cord.
Right.
So I'm over there ending calls like I'm turned. You know what I mean? Going to the after party like ending everybody. They're calling me. I'm like, why are they calling me? So I had to look at your text. You know what I mean? Like you see everybody was hitting me up, and so my brother texted me. When my brother texted me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna answer my brother text. So what's this? Yo, Beyonce at Coachella dancing to people. What? And I go check Instagram. Everything. People were sending me all kind of videos, hashtags. People at Coachella was sending me videos. I was like, never. So I had to go watch it myself. That's that skin crawler right there. Like,
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
So
everybody in the world, but you choose me, like my record?
Man.
And so leading up to that, so you don't even know she's gonna do that. Like you have no clue.
No, I didn't know. That was a surprising moment. After I knew because they reached out and they said that they was gonna use it on tour. When she was going on tour after.
Wow.
So they reached out after. I still yet to meet her. But we'll meet one day. That's gonna be funny.
So dope.
Bro.
That's gonna be a funny moment.
Your energy is I don't know. It's hard to explain your energy, man. But it's in a positive way. It's crazy. Like you're like you said, you're laid back, but you're still outgoing. If that makes any sense. Like you're outgoing as far as you don't mind having conversations with people and shit like that, but you're not aggressive. So
Yeah.
so it's very welcoming. But has there been, because I feel like a lot of artists are too cool for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of rappers be thinking.
I don't know. I don't know why. There was never a code or a street code that says you can't be cool.
You can't have fun. You can't have a good time.
There was never. For some strange reason, I don't know why, but I'm all about having fun. You know what I mean? Like,
no, that's dope. Man.
I can't. Nah, come on, man. I came too
I like
far.
that, man.
Feel that way, or
Right.
walk around that way. You know what I mean? Like, nah.
And so the single's out. Is this part of a project or what's next for OT?
Yeah, it's part of a project. It's supposed to drop soon. I'm hoping before the end of the year.
Okay.
And get a project together, because I got a lot of, it's always singles with me, but I definitely want to put a project out, body of work. What I mean, something I could like really like. Well, I tour anyway, but something I could tour off of.
And what's the recording process like usually for you? Do you like, how many days out of the week would you say you record? Are you someone that records every day, or do you just go in for a couple of days, record a bunch of songs, and then chill?
That's what I do. Like I chill. I'm chilling. I'm like, okay, when okay, I feel like going to the studio today. Okay, cool. Because when I go to the studio, my studio sessions are like parties. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I bet.
There's nothing serious about my studio session. Like, Like, I'm not sitting there like super, like, my studio session literally like a party. Everybody drink your liquor, do whatever you do. I'm in there. If I don't come up with an idea, I won't force it.
Yeah.
I don't force things. I just like, and that's when it comes to me, it's like I hear it, bam, let's go. So my studio session is like, it's cool.
That's what's up. And then as far as producers and other artists collabs and stuff like that, do you have anything else in the tuck that you could let us know about, or is it everything kind of top secret for now?
Right now it's top secret. Right now, well, you my guys, but I could tell you. But at the same time, it's kind of like certain songs you don't know if you're gonna actually really keep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You might break these songs up and take people off, put other people on.
I don't have too many features. Yeah. I don't have features. So.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit more about the brand new song "Back to You." You, Chris Brown, Charlie Wilson. How do you get Chris involved in this record? And shout to Hitmaker too. And Bongo. I love Bongo, by the way, as well.
Yeah. With Chris, it was well, I was just getting on tour with Chris, so it was easy for for us to get Chris on the record, especially at the time, especially like you on tour for 2 months,
right?
Building relationship, you know what I mean? Y'all having fun while on whatever, always talking about y'all need to drop something and get some music out. So that wasn't hard to do, and Hitmaker worked close with Chris anyway, so. It was easy for us to reach out and do that. And then to get Uncle Charlie on there, we reached, we got him on like a month later. So now it's like,
that's crazy.
That feeling. I'm like, what it feel like to like drop a record and it be a record. You're like, damn, finally a song that my mama can listen to.
and I'm sure for her it's like, damn, my son got a song with Charlie Wilson.
Right.
Bro, that's crazy, man. That's right. Yo, is there anybody who's seeing OT Genasis in the C-Walk department?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I love the confidence.
I love the confidence, baby.
man.
Well, you know, I want to shout out Dub C though, because he hit me, he DM'd me. He was like, yo, he said, I see what you're doing. You know what I mean? He said, I just want to give it up to you. He's like, you know, he was like, he just started getting used to like the Instagram and everything like that, like using Instagram. He was like, what did he say? Let me see.
I think you posted. You posted that, right?
Yeah. And I was like, all right, like for the OG to give it up, I'm like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Doing something right.
Right. Doing something right.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. That was what else I was gonna ask you is who are, you know, what walkers were you looking up to growing up? Dub C, Snoop, obviously.
So Dub C. You know, like everybody was walking, he was walking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Skip.
Yeah. And I got one more question. I don't know if Justin has anything, but let me ask you one more question. Where is AD the ugliest person you know?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. I was just wondering that because
it's fat too.
Oh shit! Oh, AD, paging AD.
Yo, I love that dude, man. Shout out to our brother AD.
I love my brother, man. Real quick. When I was playing your song the other night, OT, on my Twitch channel, I was getting a lot of stories from people who have went to see, you know, some Gap Band shows, and they were telling me some crazy stories that used to go on backstage, or you know, off stage.
Yeah.
Do you have, like, what's one of the most wildest stories you could think of, some shit you've seen on tour? Because you're a modern day rock star, brother.
Man, I seen. Listen,
and for the sake of nobody getting in trouble here, it doesn't even have to be you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Just maybe something you seen. You were an innocent bystander.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you what I seen. No, I've actually witnessed, like, witnessed a lot of stuff. One I could tell you, I've witnessed, like, going to, like, leaving the show, being on the bus, not knowing that you're being followed, right? And get there or whatever, get to the hotel. And as you get to the hotel, like, somebody's, like, these are like girls, right? Or like trying to check in, saying like they're like your sisters, like, you know what I mean? Like they're sisters, and then like have like security come up and ask, are those your sisters? And you go back, you know, they're trying to, you know, they were trying to see if they could come inside your room, but these are the same girls that y'all, like, you actually saw at the show going crazy, and then you see them and they just going crazy, and you're kind of like, should I be mad right now? Or should I be, you know what I mean? Trying to get inside the room, saying that this shit, he's like, yo, we just need to make sure. And they're like, oh my God, can we please take the picture? You like, oh, this was for a picture?
Oh, bro, listen, those pictures are priceless, man. I'm sure you got a million stories like that, man. OT, congrats on the new single. It's out now, featuring Chris Brown and Uncle Charlie Wilson. Doors always open for you, OT. We appreciate everything over the years, man.
My brothers, man, my brothers.
Love you, brother. Congrats on everything.
All right.
Stay healthy, man.
Turn up.